once you have your whole design completed, and you want to leave, again, see how like there's like a significant border. In other words, you don't want this all the way down here. Like there's nothing for this to hang on to. So I deliberately have a little bit of wiggle room here. And again, you want stuff coming up the side. So if I have this, just to zoom in, just check, make sure you don't have like weird gaps like that. Like it's actually better if these overlap a little bit. That's much better than, I'll just pull this out so it overlaps. It's much better that these overlap instead of being in a situation where they don't. So again, no floating buildings, everything's touching something else. Okay, that looks good. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. If I'm happy with this, I'm gonna do something kind of unusual. If I tried to format this for the laser cutter right now, let me just show you what would happen. Get a window and outline view. Laser cutter is kind of stupid. Anywhere it sees a line, it's going to cut those. So this will be just a bunch of shapes cut out, and the whole thing will fall apart. That's no good. So let me go back to overprint view. So what we're going to do is a little odd. You're going to export this as a JPEG. So click JPEG and click Use Artboards. That's important, actually. You don't want to export all the stuff that's overlapping. So, and I think before I do this, I just realized this is floating. I didn't fix this. Let me bring that back down. So you're going to go ahead and export this as a JPEG. So File, Export. And really, really, really important. Click Use Artboards. Make sure it's a JPEG. Let's call it Laser JPEG. Okay. Exports. So 300 ppi, yes. RGB, yes. Maximum, yes. Okay, good. And I don't even know where I exported this to. I didn't even pay attention to that. It's probably somewhere on my desktop. Let's find out where it is. So, File, Finder window. I honestly don't know where I exported this to. Let's go to Desktop. And did I call this? I called this Laser. Let's see if I can find it this way. It's embarrassing. I honestly don't know where it is. Okay, well, I just wasted my time. Let me do that again. File, export. Let's see where this is going. Oh, I put it in my graphic design folder, which is a good place to put it. So let's see. And there it is. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, and okay, here's what's important. We don't want to use this file anymore. It's good that it was there, so keep it just in case something goes wrong. But what I want you to do is make a new layer, make this layer invisible that had all the stuff on it, and lock it. That's extremely important for what we're about to do. If you don't do that correctly, oh boy. Okay, so on layer 2, I'm going to re-import this, and now it's all one big file, but it hasn't been, it needs to be reconverted into an Illustrator file. So let me show you how to do that the easy way. Go to Window, Image Trace. This pops up. You want black and white. Click on Advanced. Click on Ignore White. That's important. Hit Trace. And I'll say OK. Don't worry about that. Of course, it's a lot of stuff. And it looks like nothing happened, but this is now a vector file. So I say Object, Expand, and say OK, and there we go. So you can see there's all my things, but it should all be now one big file. So you see how like there's no individual little shapes. It's all one big file, which is exactly what I wanted. And what I'm going to do is, and this is extremely important before we move on, is I'm going to go to the group, go to the group, go to the group, and just check that out. And you can see I only have, like, I have all these paths. Now, all the way at the bottom of all these paths, see how it says compound path here? That I want to get rid of. So before I go any further, just make that, just click on it, make it invisible. That's all you have to do. Just click on it and make it invisible. And then select everything else. All right? So everything else. And what we're going to do is Command minus, where are my tools? There they are. Is I have to tell it to cut. So I tell the laser cutter to cut. So give this no fill. It's not doing that. Great. Cancel. No fill. Let's give it a stroke. Okay, so no fill. And then this is important for the stroke. It's got to be perfectly black. So go to your black and make sure this is all the way over to the right where it says 0, 0, 0. If it's this, the laser cutter doesn't even recognize it as black and won't cut the line. So do that. And then change your stroke to 0.25 points. Okay, let's see what we got here. So now it's basically, I'm telling it what to cut out based on what I have there. And this is good. This is exactly what I want it to look like. So that is the file that I was going to turn in to use to cut. I'm not sure what's going on there. Got a little residue down at the bottom. So anywhere that you see a line, it's going to cut. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is it is going to cut this up here, and I would have to do a little fixing of that. But other than that, that's what I want. So just make sure that you have a black line. It's 0.25. So again, make sure this is 0, 0, 0, and the stroke is 0.25. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem. When you give this to me, you're going to give this to me as an Illustrator file. So File, Save As. I'll call this Laser Card, last name, Silver, as an Illustrator file. And that's what you'll turn into me. So yours will look something wacky like that. But that's basically what you're going to do.